eventually have to face them one another, and it's still possible we could see that happen in the finals. But gosh, based off of some of the foreigners play this weekend, I'm not so sure that's going to actually happen. We've got the red Zerg, JulyZerg from Startale, spawning in the northeast position, and we have got MMA, our blue Terran, spawning in the southwest. Of course, JulyZerg, he has the advantage because he gets to attack down.
This is true.
Gotta love attacking down. If you're going to spawn on Zonaga, spawn in the northeast.
It's very, very true. Now, what is MMA going to do here when it comes to the actual opening? Let's talk about some of them. You have the one racks into expand opening, which sometimes can be kind of a reactionary build. And this is actually a version of the two racks opening. The depot goes in the middle. The two racks will go, of course, here and here. So we're going to be seeing some very, very early aggression coming out of MMA.
And MMA is a player who likes to exercise that early aggression. He does have some impeccable control, and so won't be surprised if that's exactly what we're going to get. And based off of that supply depot positioning and the position of this first barracks, that is exactly what is going to happen. Now, the Overlord's going to make its way over, but it's going to take quite a while for it to get there. It's going to bring the second SCV up. Boom. Second racks will go down at 150, and there it is. So what happens after this? Well, let's actually go up to JulyZerg's natural, because I know it's a little dark here, but there's a few tricks, and we are going to see a hatch first from July. But if you just go down a little bit, you know what I'm talking about over here. There's a few areas, there's one or two areas where you can put a Marine behind there, build the bunker, and then that Marine can't be hit unless the bunker is taken down. It's like a bunker within a bunker. It's like the Inception bunker. Right
what
there.
Is it with Inception, Lily? That is popping up all over the caster world. People are just making Inception things everywhere.
Well, that's what it is, and JulyZerg's going to put an Overlord right there. Of course, the Overlord can't really attack, but he'll be able to see this coming.
It's a very, very common Overlord placement on this map. If we go into the view, you can actually see units coming right here and also right here.
And we do have this SCV making his way up. He's going to go ahead and check out what's going on, and then he'll go into the main base. Again, not really alarming JulyZerg. He's not really thinking, okay, well, there could be a bunker rush here. He could be thinking it, but based off of what the scout is doing, it'll be, second SCV. Okay, something is fishy here. That's what he's thinking right now. And so the Marine's going to get into position. Here come a few drones, and there is the little position. And look at that. The Marine even going to start beating away on that Overlord. Now, the drones aren't attacking the SCV because they're going to try to cut off the reinforcements. They will find 3 more SCVs and 2 Marines, and JulyZerg has got to be thinking, okay, this is going to be a little bit interesting. Now, almost got a surround there on those Marines, and if he times this perfectly, no, he will lose the 1 Marine, but he's got the 1 in the back. Don't forget, there could be a possible of 3 Marines coming in here. SCVs will attack that 1 link, and 4 Marines will manage to make it into that bunker, but now a second bunker has to go down in order for it to reach that hatchery, and it gets down just in time for the creep to take it over.
Yeah, that was very, very lucky timing. And right now you might be wondering why these lings are running past all this, and that's really just to cut reinforcements off, and you're going to see a lot of that here. You go over here, we see ling speed about halfway complete, but our main focus is obviously this bunker attack coming out of MMA as more and more units actually stream. I believe he actually held these back at his base simply because he did not want them to get cut off. And it looks like that SCV was killed, and here comes a ton of leaks from July.
Yeah, and here we go. The Marines are still inside the bunker. The Marines that did make their way up going to take out a lot of these links, try to make it safely into that next bunker. There are 4 SCVs here to repair, and they will leapfrog up until the forward bunker. That Queen almost does go down to 35 points of health, but now the hatchery is under fire. So at this point, one thing you got to keep in mind is that JulyZerg's making absolutely no drones. He's got to continue to build Zerglings. Here we do see ling speed finishing up here, and no more Marines coming. He's got 8 inside these 2 bunkers, and that is plenty to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, we're going to see July try to bust this again. He does get a full surround on this bunker. No SCVs will be able to repair that, and it looks like he might actually take down one of the bunkers. It is going to get salvaged down, and now almost all the lings, lings are dead. MMA might just take this game very, very early on. We're now quickly approaching the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, there's 10 more lings on the way, but with these Marines outside and the Marines inside, he's going to go ahead and pop out He's not going to kill the hatchery quite yet. JulyZerg says GG.
Well, that was a well-timed cheer over there, over on the main stage. But that means that July's now down 1 game to MMA. I feel like that a spine crawler was maybe an answer there. July tried to deal with it with Lings. I'm not sure if he was counting on that second bunker being able to go down the creep. Just a little bit slow, but of course July has no control over that when spreading. And it does spread on all sides. But MMA got kind of lucky with that second bunker going down.
I think so. I mean, it was so close to the creep being there and then it being out of reach. But I think one of the things that made the hugest difference there was the fact that there were 4 SCVs on repair.
True.
So 3 were on that forward bunker and then 1 on the back bunker, which basically gave him just enough healing time to be able to take out all those Lings that came in. So what is JulyZerg going to pick as a second map? Not surprised to see this. The very classic, the very standard MLG Metalopolis.
Yep, and I am not surprised one bit. The other thing, too, that really a lot of players will simply do is the fact that when they rally those racks across the map, they won't hold the Marines back. We saw MMA actually hold them back, send 4 Marines with 2 SCVs for that second reinforcement. And then really you can't cut that off regardless of how many Lings you have at that point. You really will lose way too many Lings than you actually want to. So great actual play from MMA, a little bit of a kind of turn, trying to think of the word, spin off on that build, kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
waiting a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and it was smart.
Slight changes.
It was smart because he saw the Zerglings go past the bunkers. He knew